Hey guys, what's up? It's Andrew, and today we are making a new video on me trying out the Twisted Bow versus the new Wilderness bosses. These are the ones to get the new Mage Cape, which I haven't yet gotten. Sorry there hasn't been a video in quite a while. I've been kind of resting in injury that I re-aggravated to my right wrist, so that's definitely affected my ability to play much recently. But I am actually playing left-handed in this video. I do talk about this a lot, where I can play with both hands, even though I am a right-handed person, so my clicks are not going to be perfect, but they're pretty decent with my left hand, navigating everything. I'm always excited by Wilderness updates, so I do want to try this out. I love the Wilderness. I think it's the most interesting area in the game. It's such a huge place, and the fact that it's PvP everywhere is really cool. So let's try this out. I know you have to talk to this guy, and we'll see if there's any new challenges. Shown potential, blah blah blah. What? Did I not learn all the spells, really? Oh, really? Did I not learn? Maybe I didn't learn the Gothic spell? Alright, we're gonna have to do that. Sorry about that. I'm shocked I never learned this one. I would have sworn that I have learned all of them. I learned the Gothics and the Saradomin one, but I guess I never learned this one. And that is when I muted my mic to take a phone call, and I didn't realize I had my mic muted for the rest of the recording, so all of the live commentary was never recorded. But it's okay, the video turned out to be kind of messy, so I'm actually just going to show you guys some highlights. Like I talked about a bunch of stuff when I was doing the 100 spells for the Flames of Zamorak. Unfortunately that's going to get cut out, but so I'm not going to show like me doing all the spells for the most part. But I did run into a lot of PKers, so we can talk about that. Kind of silly that the live commentary is gone, but it didn't really matter. I did a pretty decent job of tanking all these PKers with my left hand. Definitely something I'm not super comfortable doing, but I guess in the heat of the moment you gotta do what you gotta do. And all I knew is I just had to get into here, because once you're inside the Mage Arena itself, you can only have magic cast on you, which is not too bad. And with all these brews and stuff, I'm most likely gonna live, although they could teleblock you inside here, which is a scary thought. So I do wish these spells would get kind of a buff. They kind of need it, or maybe not so much the spells themselves, but the way that you use them. So like the normal spellbook has Entangle, which freezes people for 15 seconds, but you could just pray Mage and that will be reduced to 7 seconds, which is almost nothing, whereas Ice Barrage will always freeze you for 20 seconds, regardless if you're praying Mage or not, as long as it hits. So the normal spellbook could definitely use a buff with that. They did pull a thing to take away the pray Mage thing a while ago, and it failed. They also pulled a spell that would have done a 20-second freeze, and that also failed. Even though they did implement the no more halved freeze times in Deadman, they just did not pass the polls for normal RuneScape, unfortunately. I guess it's just tough to have people vote for them when most people are not PKers, and it would just negatively affect that. Like, if you're not a PKer and you just want to go do clue scrolls or something, you're not going to vote a buff to magic spells, because, you know, why would you make it tougher on yourself? So maybe that problem needs to be kind of addressed with the polls, but I doubt anything will get done about it. Kind of similar to the fact that the like PvP armors didn't pass either. It's kind of something to think about. But yeah, these are very classic spells. I do wish they had a little bit more use outside of Deadman, and maybe a way to autocast them as well. You can autocast the Claws of Gothics with the Void Knight Mace. I actually used to do that a lot back in the day for Barrows, and it hits a 30, so it's not too bad, but just the normal spellbook in general is not very powerful. But otherwise I didn't have much problem doing this. I got the 100 spells cast with really no issue. So as you've probably heard by now, the goal of Mage Arena 2 is just to go kill all of these 3 demons in the wilderness, and you have to kill them with magic. I think also the god spells, but the Collodion actually mentions something that you can use the Twisted Bow. It's like a special thing they added. Look at where he says here. He can't be turned by normal magic. We have to use, I think I viewed again here. The demons are the rumors of a very powerful weapon from distant lands, may be able to prey upon the demon's own magical strength. So that's really cool. I like that they added that. When I bought the Twisted Bow, I was wondering, like, are they really going to make new updates where the Twisted Bow is useful? And this is definitely one of them, because otherwise it's much harder to kill these demons, apparently, with the magic spells. But they added a special thing just for the Twisted Bow to make it more and more useful. So that's very nice to see that the older updates are becoming still useful. So we're definitely going to equip ourselves with the Twisted Bow here, and hopefully not die to any PKers. Using Amethyst Arrows here, also the Necklace of Anguish to get the little bit of extra range bonus, and of course we are 99 range, and we have Rigor as well. So I gotta say, it was pretty freaking annoying to find these demons. I've done like 20 to 30 Master Clue Scrolls, so I'm very used to the hot-cold type of stuff in the game. But yeah, it was definitely very annoying to find them, although they are in all multi-combats. There's not too much, there's not too many locations where they can really be. But yeah, once I found them, the Twisted Bow is pretty good versus them. It does rip into them pretty hard, although they hit pretty high themselves. But you can see for yourself, I think I hit something close to a 60 on them, so it's definitely very nice to have this bow and getting these huge XP drops. There might be ways to safe spot them. You can certainly go behind one of the trees if you want to eat while killing them. But I will say as well that I am a little bit disappointed that they didn't make unique designs for these demons. I think it would have been perfect, like the original Mage Arena where you fight all those different monsters. They could have done something like that and made these guys like really cool. But they're just recolored black demons for the most part, which is, I don't know, it's kind of the charm of old school RuneScape that they reuse a lot of the models and animations and stuff, but it also would have been nice to have, you know, unique new bosses and stuff. But there's the first heart, and just 2 more to go. Luckily, at least for me, most of the demons were in a central location, but a lot of them were by the new Rev Caves, which was kind of a problem because there's a lot of PKers here, and here's the first one that I encountered. I wasn't quite sure what to do here. I was just really not in the mood to tank PKers, which is kind of naive, I guess, because I'm in the wilderness doing the new wilderness update. But yeah, my main goal here, I figured let's just go try to box one of the Moss Giants, because I can get to single combat right over here, and hopefully just get a Moss Giant on me. This guy was trying his best, but he did get attacked by one, and I looked like I was going to be in the clear. I accidentally shot one there, or tried to get its attention at least, but here I'm again getting attacked. But something very lucky happens. Look at this guy, he saved my life. So the big thing with the wilderness updates is always, you know, PKing the PKers, and this guy actually did that, so I did manage to escape there. So that was pretty lucky that that guy helped. I might have still lived anyway, but who knows. So the demons are actually pretty tough. They can do a lot of things. They can teleblock you, which scared the shit out of me because I thought I was getting PK'd again. But look how frustrating this was. Look how close I was to killing this one, and what happens. So like, you can keep firing the bow while you're brewing because it doesn't take off like attack ticks, but obviously you're not going to be hitting very high on high level demons if you're that brewed down. So I was kind of trying to just finish this kill and brew at the same time, and they could hit like 30 or even higher than that, so it's tricky. And just watch what happens. I'm just like spamming the brew here, and you'll see exactly what happens. He's so close to dead. He's red barred. He's probably got like 1 HP, but nope, I'm dead. And I was very angry at this because if you die, you can't get the heart back that you already got. So not only would I have to go re-kill the Saradomin, I would have to go finish off the Zombie Demon, and I would have to go re-kill the Saradomin. I'm not going to show me doing all that, but it was very frustrating to have to die here and get all my stuff back. I found someone else's demon right here, which is kind of odd. I guess they can't really make it so you can only see your demons, but I would have much preferred to just go kill that one while it's there, but that can't happen, unfortunately. So luckily the demon was in the same spot. It didn't really go anywhere, even though I did have to hop worlds as well, and this time around I had a much easier time killing it. The Twisted Bow was just hitting much better. I think my luck with the hits was a little better. There's a 364 XP drop into the 58, I think that was, and there we go. It's dead really, really quick. So it's definitely a risk. Do you want to, at this point, go kill the other demons, or do you want to go hand in this heart here and then go find the others? Because you can hand it in, but you can't bank it, so it's kind of a decision. How much time do you want to waste, and with less supplies? And I decided here I'm going to go risk it and go find the Saradomin one, because I knew it was kind of in the neighborhood. As you see here, it's incredibly hot, the little device he gives me. But unfortunately here we're going to run into some people who I did not want to see. I try to log out here, and it looks like I'm going to make it, but if I'm around a mile away, he freezes me, which is pretty lucky. The magic can go around 10 squares, so and also he was probably stuck in the animation, so it looked like 10 or 12 squares, I guess. But yeah, we're pretty screwed here. It's multi-combat. There's 4 or at least 3 people on me here, and using all 3 forms of combat, which is actually pretty clever. But all I have to do is go south here, and then we're in single combat, and they're going to stick around and see what I do, but I just decide here I'm going to X-Log. So if you're going to X-Log, it's actually pretty easy. I kind of had to do it very quickly here because I'm Venomed, and the Venom is just going to keep hitting higher and higher and higher to the point where I'll die before I'll actually get X-Logged. But yeah, take off anything that gives offensive bonuses for melee, and just start sipping the brews more and more and more. Get the combat stats, which you see on the top left, down as low as I really can while doing this quickly. Because again, 115 HP, the Venom is going to rip right through that in around maybe a minute. I would die to Venom, if even that long. So I have to be very quick here, make sure the prayer is high enough, protect item is on if I do happen to die, so at least we protect one more item. And yeah, make sure they could have actually PJ'd the Moss Giant there because I was off it for too long. But there we go, we're X-Logged, and let's see, are we going to be alive? Yep, we are, with 55 HP. The X-Log was a success, and yeah, that's really all I could do there. A run, I didn't actually, I did have a teleport, I didn't have a teleport in the previous one, but yeah, I think that was the best decision there, to get away from the PKers. Just X-Logging off a Moss Giant, kind of cheap, but it does work if you have to do it, and we got away scot-free. So I handed in the Zammy one in the meantime, and I ran into the Guthix one, but it was on the other side of the fence when I spawned it, which was kind of silly. I spawned it in single combat, so we have to run all the way around. There's not too many gates around this Wilderness free-to-play members barrier, so you got to run all the way around. But I did rip into this Guthix one, as you're about to see. This is probably the fastest kill out of like the 4 I guess I had to do for these demons. But yeah, this will definitely show how the Twisted Bow is very, very powerful versus these. Kind of sucks I had to re-get the Sour one, but I won't show too much of that just for the sake of time. But watch how high I'm going to hit on this one. The green demon actually looks pretty cool. I know I complained about them reusing the same like black demon model, but I think they could have just left this one green. But the other ones look kind of lame, especially because the Zamorak demon just kind of looks like a greater demon. I mean, there's almost no difference. But yeah, ripping right through this one. I mean, 54. And hitting almost every single time. Again, the accuracy of the Twisted Bow is sometimes a problem, but I think they added like a special weakness for these bosses, because I'm not even sure their magic level is that high, but look how quick this kill is. 313 XP, hitting 50 after 50, and should be one more hit here, or no, this always happens where they're red bar and I hit it like a 1, but that'll do it, the 20 right there. And yeah, there's the green heart done, so just one more to go. I have to re-get the one we already got. So the Sour one was in most of the same spot. I was kind of fighting it from a different place, but it was pretty much in the same area. I'm not sure if you did this again to get one of the other capes, if they would still be in the same area. I guess they would move, but I don't know how many locations there really is. I also tried to like kind of flinch this one, and it didn't seem to work. I don't think flinching is really possible for these bosses. Maybe it is though, maybe I wasn't doing it correctly, but you can definitely go behind the tree to heal at least, which is very nice. So that's the third heart. And all we need to do now is just get these 2 hearts into Collodion safely without dying. If we did die, we'd have to go kill those 2 again, which would be really annoying, but luckily that didn't happen. So here we are. I already handed in the Zamorak heart off camera, so there we go. You handed all the hearts, and now you can hand in the Saradomin cape, or whatever one you choose. The Saradomin cape is definitely my favorite. I think Saradomin is my favorite out of the 3 gods, and you get the new cape, which is actually... it's pretty cool. I think I have actually a bunch of things to say about this cape. For one, in a weird way, this cape was kind of my idea, because I had been suggesting for a long time to have a buffed, like, magic cape, because these capes are so old. And if you watch my video about the 2K worlds and the Thermi boss, which is called, I'll put it in the end screen, it's called, like, Jagex, This Needs to Stop. I actually suggested a cape with, like, identical stats to this, to be a drop from the Thermi boss, to give that boss a little bit of a buff, because the drops from that boss are so horrible that it could have used like a new magic cape or something, and it would have made sense since it also drops the occult necklace. But instead we get Mage Arena 2, which is pretty cool. I like this update overall. I guess it was a little bit lame that it's just a hot cold thing, so that could have been a little more creative. I never really liked the hot cold thing for Master Clue Scrolls. I also didn't like how many designs they reused. Like the new capes are just a redesigned Infernal cape. Like they could have used like a unique shape for them or something, or just made them design a little bit different. Although they do look pretty good overall, I just wish they would not reuse so many designs. Same for the demons, again, at least for the Zamorak and Saradomin demons. They're just a recolored black demon for the most part, other than some new like designs on them. They could have gotten a little more creative with that. Maybe they could hire like another artist or something. But yeah, that's really all there is to say. A couple other things. Oh, would you want to PK with this? It's an interesting concept. Do you want to risk this PKing? Because it's a small boost, but it's not too insignificant. The extra magic bonus and magic defense are, I think, the most important thing to me, to splash less and to have more people splash on you more often. The 2% magic damage is actually very minor, so that's actually almost insignificant. But yeah, I mean, if you lose this, you have to go you have to kill all those demons again. So it's definitely a big decision when you PK. Do you want to risk this cape? So I'm not sure. I'll probably risk it sometimes, but definitely not all the time. Like if I'm doing PKing where there's a good chance I'm going to die. But yeah, otherwise that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, the regular videos should resume probably after I finish finals in like early to mid-December, which is not too far away, honestly. So hopefully by then my wrist will be 100% again as well, so I can start making plenty more content for you guys. I definitely am very excited to explore these new updates and do things in the rev caves and such. I never really lost my motivation in play. I've just kind of taken a hiatus because of the wrist issue, and I'm also super busy with school all the time. But I'll have a month off in like starting mid-December from mid-January, so that should be super fun, and I'm sure I'll get a ton of escaping and then. But otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching. You can join the clan chat, AndrewAJT62. That'll be up on screen. You can also join the Discord down below, which has always been active, and I'm always in there and reading all your guys' messages and your drops and all that stuff like that. Please like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can click the bell next to the sub button to get a notification whenever I go live, or no, whenever I upload a video. But you can also follow me on Twitch down below, speaking of going live, which maybe I'll stream a little bit more in the future. And also you can follow me on Twitter down below. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.